right, our next step is to apply the watercolor. It's important that you have the salt nearby because we're going to be using it as right after we apply the watercolor to our paper. So first step, we got to get our watercolor nice and ready. Place your brush in the water, then bring it over. I'm going to do a little spinning around right here to get this watercolor nice and ready. And then you can just apply it. I like to just kind of apply the watercolor and let it do its own thing without going back over, because it's going to soak into that paper on its own. And I find that this is a much more beautiful aesthetic than when we go back and we keep rubbing over it. So while the watercolor is still wet, you're going to take a pinch of the salt, just a pinch, and you're going to quickly add it to that wet area. And we're going to leave that alone for a little bit right now as the salt soaks up some of this paint. And you'll be surprised to see this really cool sort of textural component to our watercolor once this dries. So I didn't actually finish filling in my shape, so I'm going to add another color and maybe do some overlapping of colors to create new colors. So I'm going to go over here, add my purple, because red, purple, and purple are going to look really nice together. And I just gently apply my brush on top, letting the water sort of soak into the paper on its own. And while I'm doing that, I'm applying it on top to create this nice transition from the, I guess it's like purple red or red purple to a purple. Okay. All right. While I'm still waiting for this to dry, I could apply a little bit more salt, but you should probably do it a little bit more quickly than myself. I was talking. All right, I'm gonna do one more. Let's go with a bright green. I'm just feeling that green right now. So I'm gonna quickly apply some paint. You do not want to add the salt before the paint. That is something that I've seen my students do at school, and unfortunately the technique is not going to work. And I also noticed that my students, just like myself, think sometimes more is better, but actually less is more in this particular project. Because the more salt that you have, the less likely you're going to see that really nice texture that the salt creates. All right, I'm going to go with this darker green now. I'm going to apply it on top and I'm going to quickly head over to my... It's kind of hard doing this with one hand. All right. So you're going to continue this process, filling in all of your different shapes that you created with the tape, and then we'll come back.